Before showing you a table which I did, which is really this one about the Obama electing Obama, and what I found out, it was 3 months before he was elected, according to the program of the Bible code, in which really his name came once in the Torah, his best meeting of the state and president, as we see. And it's very important to know this, because to have proper tables, code tables, you need the proper words, minimal good meetings, definitely a lot of words coming in a small area, which is not found in many others who try to show Bible code. You must have this statistically and so on. So let us hear before what I found in YouTube about Bible code, the proof of God, and there they explain nicely really this idea of codes, and then you will see mine which work on the same principle. So this is what we are going to see now from YouTube. And as you see, Bible code, the proof of God. So let us hear now what they have to say, and then we'll come back to my table.
Might be the key that would unlock the centuries-old mystery of the Bible code. It was Dr. Eliyahu Rips, one of the world's leading mathematical experts, who devised the first mathematical model to test the viability of the skip codes Weissmandl had apparently demonstrated. But he soon enlisted the help of Doran Whitson, a graduate student in physics specializing in general relativity, and Yoav Rosenberg, a brilliant young computer scientist. Together, they hoped to prove scientifically whether or not a Bible code existed. It would be a long and tedious undertaking.
Dr. Rips, in creating the Bible code computer program, took the original Hebrew text of the first 5 books of the Bible, the words that, according to the Bible itself, God dictated to Moses on Mount Sinai 3,200 years ago. And all he did to that text was to eliminate the breaks between the words, so that instead of words on a page, it became one long strand of letters, 304,805 Hebrew characters, from the first letter in Genesis to the last letter in Deuteronomy, with no break in words. So perhaps Dr. Rips was restoring the Bible, the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, to its original form. In any event, he was not changing the order of the letters. He was just eliminating the breaks between the words. He then programmed a computer to look for really a very simple code that would reveal new information. Skip any equal number of letters, and the new information was revealed.
Perhaps we should take a moment here and explain exactly what an equidistant letter sequence, or ELS code, is and how it's constructed. To detect an ELS code, a computer must first be programmed to write down the first letter of the encoded word, represented in our formula by N. The computer will then skip a fixed number of letters, represented here by the character D. Write that letter, skip the same number of letters, and write that letter, and so on. Let's try a simple example. Rips explained that each code is a case of adding every 4th or 12th or 50th letter to form a word. Skip X spaces and another X spaces, and the hidden message is spelled out. This appears to be nothing more than a simple description of ELS coding, but if you begin with the first letter of the paragraph, R, then skip every 3 letters and pick up the 4th letter following, the coded message is revealed. What is infinitely more difficult is the creation of a surface text that is sensible and easily understood, and yet will seamlessly accommodate specific letters at fixed intervals. That process is called encryption.
There are several things that have to be understood about the entire equidistant letter sequence coding. Just looking for words, virtually any words, as an equidistant letter sequence, you will find them in the book of Genesis, you will find them in War and Peace, you will find them in virtually any sufficiently long text that you try to find them in, particularly if you're using a computer. In any case, what is found is generally random. You have to apply statistical analysis to determine whether or not what you found is in fact random, or is in fact well beyond what you'd expect to find at random.
The key to statistical significance is how many related terms are found in a small area of biblical text and how many characters are in each term. Short words in lots of text are very likely just coincidence. So, if all text can produce words at equidistant letter sequences, what makes the Torah codes unique?
Now, it's amazing. And only in the Bible do you find this. When, for instance, by skipping an equal number of letters, you spell out President Kennedy, the very next letters in the same skip sequence say to die, and Dallas is encoded in the same place. When you look for Shakespeare, the very next words in the same equal distance skip sequence say will present plays on stage, and Hamlet and Macbeth are encoded in the same place. You could find Kennedy or Shakespeare in some equal distance skip in any big enough text. If not in War and Peace, look in a bigger book. Eventually you will find some equal distance skip sequence that does spell out the name of any historical figure. But only in the Bible will you find encoded consistently in the same place accurate related information.
In order to test the ELS code theory, the research team created a program according to strict scientific and statistical rules. The usable text would be only the book of Genesis, some 78,000 letters. In order to make certain the results could not be tainted by subjective interpretation, they selected the names of 34 of Israel's most famous and revered sages as the target of their search. To make it more difficult, they also asked the program to search for either the target's birth date or death date. After months of work, the incredibly complex mathematical model and program was ready. Now it was up to the computer. The results of this test startled even the researchers. All 34 names were there, coded into the text, along with either their date of birth or date of death.
He used statistics correctly, and he found that the information encoded in the Bible was encoded there against odds of 10 million to 1. He looked for the same information in War and Peace and 2 original Hebrew texts, and there found nothing but random letter combinations. Only in the Bible did he find consistent, coherent information against odds of 10 million to 1.
Now we'll see my finding on the same way, looking definitely for minimals and best meetings, etc., and to see that all appear in a small area. So let us see now my finding, as I said, a few months before the first time Barack Obama was elected.
YouTube complains it was difficult to understand exactly how Torah codes work in this program. So I will give you now an example with Barack Obama, President of the state, which I found about 2 months before the elections. I told it to many people, even advertised it, and I was sure this is going to happen because of the codes. Now what I'm now going to show you how I did it, how I found out, and what was the reason that I was so convinced that he's going to be the president. So here, what I did in this program. So in this program, what you see here, you have the Torah, all the Torah is here, and here I write the name that I want the Torah will bring us. It means I write here Barack Obama, Barack Obama, Obama. You can see Barack Obama. And now I give a command to the computer, to this program, which is a program which was done by top scientists, to find out if this name appears in the Torah, and also where it appears and how many times. So for this, I give this command, and you can see now that it's running all over the Torah to find out whether Barack Obama appears, and I can see already it appears once. It means only one time in the Torah we have the name Barack Obama with the same distance of letters skip from letter to letter. Now where is the place? So here I ask the computer, it tells me. Here you can see Barack, here is Barack, Barack Obama. This is where it appears. The place is, as you can see, here the Genesis, from Genesis till the numbers. 1, Aleph, Bet, Gimel. It means it is very long skip, 22,126 letters between letter to letter. But this is the only place that it appears, no more. So this is where it appears from Genesis till numbers, and every 22,126 letter between letter to letter. It means Bet, Reish, Barack Obama, from Bet and Reish 22, 12600, and every line in fact contains the same number of letters that we'll be able to read it. So here you have Barack Obama. Fine. Once in the Torah appears in this, but now I wanted to know whether you have chances to be a president. Now in Hebrew, president is Nasi, Nun, Shin, Yud, Aleph. So I write this word here, Nun, Shin, Yud, Aleph, right? You can see it now coming, Nun, Shin, Yud, Aleph here, Nasi, Nun, Shin, Yud, Aleph, Nasi, president. And now I want the computer, this program, to tell me whether this word Nasi appears in this area, and also what is the number of letters in between. Now, this is what I'm asking, and this is what the computer tells me now. It tells me that it appears 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Once the word Nasi, president, letter after letter, you can see one. Another time, 11 letters between letter to letter, and then 44,006 letters. Definitely, always we look for the minimal. So I ask the computer to show me where it appears, and here the computer shows me. Yeah, I'll do it again, it will be clearer. Here, 1, and asking the place, and here it comes, Nasi. You can see the word Nasi letter after letter. Nasi. So you have Barack Obama, Nasi. Letter after letter, without skip, which itself is significant. And it comes here near. I wanted also, for interest, to see whether the first name of Barack Obama, which is Barak, appears also here. So I wrote Barak, you can see here Barak, so it is Barak, Bet, sorry, not Kraf. Barak, here, the word Barak, here, Bet, Resh, Guf, and I asked the computer whether Barak, his first name appears here, and where. And then I see that it appears 4 times, letter after letter, and backward. Minus means backward. So backwards, so I want to see where, so I give signs to it to look for these places, and here he shows me, you have Barak here, Barak, you have Barak here. Interestingly, there's a Kuf of Barak here, is a Barak of Obama, so Barak, which is itself. So you have his Barak, Nasi, Barak is the president, Barack Obama. Now where is the president? In which place? So we know quite well that in Hebrew we write Be'arzot Habrit in this way. Yeah? In this way we write Bet, Aleph, Reish, A, Bet. This is Be'arzot Habrit. Arzot Habrit. This is the way always is written. Be'arzot Habrit, and I want to know again if it appears here in this place. So what I'm doing is, again, asking the computer, and it tells me, yeah, once it appears every 6 letters. It means from letter to letter, like Bet, Aleph, Resh, as we see just now, we have it coming here every 6 letters. So again, to show it clearly, to you. Here is the place, the command here, and this is the place. Now it is in white, so I'll change it into a better color, and you can see exactly what is written here. And make this color, red, and you can see here, בארצות הברית. The letter of Barack Obama, the bet is really in ארצות הברית. בארצות הברית, every 6 letter, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in בארצות הברית. So you have here, Barack Obama, minimal, Barack is first name, נשיא, president, and where? בארצות הברית. So to find all these things in this place, statistically, as I found out, also Professor